Drink beer, it's good for you. I'm empty-handed and I'm feeling blue, and I'm gonna drink till the day that I die.
Hello and welcome to the video. Due to popular demand, I am sharing my method for cleaning the Grainfather Conical Fermenter. This is a thorough method and will ensure that you never run into any issues. In order to follow this, you will need access to hot and cold water and a cleaning agent. I would also suggest you have a towel at hand. So here is what is left over after a transfer into a keg or into bottles. There is yeast that could be kept here should you decide to harvest it. Removal is made by using the tap's dump valve to get rid of as much of this as possible. I have added a small piece of hose to the end of the exit to make using it suitable for larger vessels that will not fit between the legs. So I start off by removing all of this into a 2-litre jug. Doesn't it look lovely? Also, do note the towel underneath, as there will be drips of yeast to collect. At this point you will probably still have yeast at the bottom that really should be removed, so I then start adding hot water and cleaning the sides as I go. You may as well, you're adding the water anyway. This is then further dispensed using the dump valve. You will know when you are done by simply looking at the watercolour coming out. Once this is done, we then have a cleaner looking fermenter already, but of course we're far from done yet. It's now time to start the real cleaning by measuring up a cleaning solution. You can use Grainfather High Performance Cleaner or PPW. Grainfather High Performance Cleaner is cheaper and stronger if you can get it. I then add hot water to above the top part of the tap before adding the cleaner and further water. Once I have then added half of the total water, I will then open the dump valve and let at least 2 litres of this solution go through the valve. I then repeat this process for the bottom tap, which I have also added hosing to. This solution is then poured back into the fermenter before I finish adding the rest of the water. I always fill right to the top to clean every area. Then lastly there is the cleaning of the lid. I pour on a cleaning mix and give it a scrub, then rinse it with hot water before replacing it. This is then left like this until the next time that I brew. There is no problem in doing this for up to a few months, but in my case it's usually a matter of 2 weeks or less. So it's now the day of my next brew, and getting the fermenter ready will take place during the downtimes of the brew. As you can see me doing here, this will start by emptying the conical of the cleaning solution into a plastic fermenter using the bottom tap. I will also attempt to remove some of this solution using the 2-litre jug, hoping to remove an even amount with each valve. This will further clean the valves and also make it easier to lift the plastic fermenter at the end and dispose of the solution down my sink. Every few brews I will actually remove the dual valve tap totally at the end of this process and drop it in a cleaning solution for about 30 minutes. Call it an extra insurance policy if you will. The next step is we now need to rinse our fermenter with water. So I now add hot water up to the top and leave this for about 20 minutes or so. I then remove the water via both valves as before, ensuring they both get a good rinsing. Once the fermenter is empty again, I then add about 10 litres of a star sand mix. I then close the top lid and remove the airlock. My thumb is positioned over the whole of the top bung. I then do a little dance with my fermenter, making sure that the star sand has touched every part of it. An alternative method is to lay the fermenter horizontal in your hands and spin it. This usually means star sand on the floor for me though. Finally, the star sand is then dispensed out of the fermenter using both valves equally as per normal. The fermenter is now ready for the wall. To wrap up, here is a complete summary of these steps in writing for your reference. You may wish to pause the video at this point and take a quick photo, so that you have this on your phone for the future. Once you have done it once or twice, it should become second nature though. So there you have it. I hope you have all found this useful, enjoyable and interesting. So if you did like this video, then please do like it on YouTube. This really helps me out and allows the videos to be seen by a wider audience on YouTube. I have always got a lot of new videos planned for the future, so if you are interested in seeing my new content, then please subscribe for future content. If you have any questions on anything that I have covered in this video or any other video, then please do not hesitate to get in touch with me via YouTube or Facebook. I'm a member of pretty much every Grainfather Facebook group and more. Happy brewing!